what's up? My name is Daniela and welcome to a new reading vlog. So it's currently Monday, noon, and today I've been doing a lot of life admin stuff, which is much needed, and you know, paying bills and monthly review and meal planning, tidying up, stuff like that, because I need to bring some order into my life again. And while I was doing that, I was listening to one of the books I'm currently reading, which is Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. So this is a non-fiction book by Marie Forleo, who has a YouTube channel. She also has written at least one book. I'm not sure how many books has she written, but yeah, it's all about how you can be resourceful and do the stuff. It's really inspiring and motivating so far, so that's good. And you know, I love Mary, she's just a delight to listen to, so yeah, I've been having a very good experience with this book. I'm also currently reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which is also a pleasure. This volume is not one of my favorite so far, you know, I'm rereading it and I'm saying that like I will give you my official new ranking after I finish my reread. So right now my opinions are not solid because I haven't reread the series in a very long time, so nothing is set in stone right now. But in this volume, the fact that always frustrated me was the fact that, you know, they even allowed Harry to participate. So yeah, we are about to reach that point, so I'm curious how I will feel about it this time. And also we are about to approach, you know, Ron being Ron, and I'm also curious how I feel about that. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, this is the first time I'm reading the whole series in English, so you know, it has an aspect of novelty for me and I'm very enjoying that. And so far, like the beginning of the book, I think I had more appreciation for it now and it was more enjoyable, like with the whole, you know, Quidditch match and Death Eaters appearing and everything like that. So yeah, maybe I will like the competition better this time as well. But also because my December TBR is ridiculous because I just have a lot of books I need to read, and who doesn't? I really want to start another book because, you know, non-fiction audiobook, like that's not a problem. I can listen to it while doing something and it's not like I will get confused about plots, because usually I'm not that good about like keeping separate plot lines in my head. So I usually don't read several books at times, especially when they are similar genre or something. But reading only Harry Potter for fiction is also not ideal because I haven't been binging it. On the contrary, I have been quite savoring it, so you know, it takes me some time. And so I want to start another fiction book, and I think I'm going to start one of my NetGalley books because they are Christmas themed, so I really need to get them read in December and they sound amazing. So yeah, right now I guess I'm going to go for a walk to the grocery store, and then I have some more chores to do and also some more life admin stuff. I also need to edit and upload last week's vlog. Hey, I'm back. So it's really cold outside, but I thought I would do a grocery haul because, you know, I snatch every opportunity to talk about food, and I personally quite enjoy grocery hauls. I think they're pretty interesting and fun. If you don't care, you can just skip ahead. But yeah, I don't really do weekly or let alone monthly shops because I don't have a car, so I have to carry it personally. So the amount of stuff is limited, and also I go to different grocery stores for stuff because each one has different stuff that I want. But yeah, today I went to Lidl, which if you live in Europe you might know it. It's comparatively a cheap store, but they have at least a small section for gluten-free and kind of healthy stuff, so that's good. And as I said earlier, I was meal planning, which I unfortunately almost never do because I'm just not forced to do it, because in theory I have the time to like cook all the time and stuff. But you know, it would be great to have some plan, and also I don't have to go to the store like every day because I don't have one ingredient that I need for a recipe. So yeah, so I put together like 5 recipes that I can use this week, and we already have some stuff, so this was just stuff that we didn't have, and also I used the opportunity to buy multiples of stuff that they have cheap and in other shops it's much pricier. So yeah, without further ado, okay, so I bought some spinach, well, sadly in plastic, also avocados, some bananas, tangerines, also canned tangerines because I think we are going to do like baked potatoes and tofu, and canned tangerines will go very well with that. Speaking of tofu, I have some smoked tofu. I also have instant porridge, buckwheat, which I really like. It's like a really quick breakfast because you just like mix it with hot water and it's done. Also I have some soy milk. I usually buy rice milk, but they only had soy milk. Then I bought some gluten-free pasta, and because it's really cheap in this store and in other stores it's really expensive, I bought 3 of them. So I have some penne and also some fusilli. Then I have some canned tomatoes, so I bought 4. These are even organic and they were quite cheap, so that's great. Also some dried tomatoes because I adore them and I added to a lot of stuff. And finally tomato puree. So yeah, that's my grocery haul, and now back to some work and hopefully reading as well. So it's already Saturday, oops. Well, I have a lot of updates. If you watched my end of the year TBR, you know that I had at least 2 books on my December TBR that were Christmassy, and they were NetGalley books. And when I came and wanted to, you know, start reading them on my Kindle, I realized that one of them is not there, and it's been already archived on NetGalley, so I just can't get it, and I would have to buy it to review it, which really sucks because it was the one of them that I was more interested in. But anyway, I started reading the second Christmassy book, and it is 4 Christmases and a Secret, and I'm actually almost done with it, so I'm like 83% in. So this book sounded really like Bridget Jones when I read the synopsis, and in it we follow a 31-year-old woman named Daisy, and she attends this Christmas party every year where family and friends gather. When she was younger, she was friends with this boy called Ollie, but she hasn't seen him for like more than 10 years, I think. But his mother keeps talking about him at these parties, and she keeps talking about how awesome he is, and he's a doctor, and you know, he has everything figured out. And so Daisy is really fed up with it. But this year he finally attends the party as well, and she has conflicted feelings because when they last met, during this party, they kissed, and you know, it was kind of awkward. And Daisy is currently not happy with her life because, well, her boyfriend just dumped her, but like he wasn't that great anyway, and she has a dead-end job in journalism. She used to have very high aspirations, but then something happened when she was 18 and she didn't go to study to be a vet. Honestly, this book is a little bit of a hot mess. So right from the beginning, I thought that the pacing and the writing was kind of chaotic, and the author just jumps from situation to situations in the past, and like every chapter is marked with what time and date it is, but I just always forgot when was the last scene, so it just feels very unnatural because she doesn't comment on like how much time has passed, and I'm not aware of that. So yeah, it's kind of confusing sometimes, and the story doesn't flow very well. Sometimes it's just like stream of consciousness of Daisy and very random dialogues. And yeah, so the writing isn't the best. I really like the characters, yeah, they're okay. And yeah, so it's pretty enjoyable, but not very well written. And like there are these Christmas parties that, you know, happen every year. So we have attended a few of them, but other than that, the plot just takes place over the year. So it's not that Christmassy. Yeah, so I'm really bummed that I can't read 1 week to Christmas because, you know, it actually takes place during Christmas the whole time, and it sounded great. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I think I will just buy it because I will want to review it, but yeah, it sucks. I also started another book, and it's The Institute by Stephen King. I'm on page 111, and this is kind of the situation of last vlog because I was supposed to return it yesterday, but you know, I'm kind of intrigued, and so I hope I will be able to finish it in a few days and return it because the fines has kicked in, and I just don't like the feeling that I have some books that are overdue. So yeah, so this is, well, I don't know how much of the plot I can tell you because like the first 50 pages weren't even about the institute. So we follow this man who used to work as a policeman, but then something happened and he doesn't work there anymore, and he just randomly goes to Georgia and starts working at one station as a night knocker. And when I reached that point, I was like, what the hell is a night knocker? So I googled it, and it seems that like even native speakers don't know what that is. So it's basically someone who goes around the town at night to see like if everything is okay, and he's not a policeman, he doesn't carry a gun. So yeah, he's just like night watcher. The night watch, okay. And then we finally met the other main character, who is named Luke. He's 11, I think, and he is a super smart kid, like genius basically. And yeah, I don't know how much to tell you. Basically, he also can like move things around a little bit with his mind, and one day he wakes up in this institute and it seems like some tests are going to be taken on him. And yeah, he's just arrived, so he's very confused about what is happening, and the two plot lines haven't intertwined yet. So yeah, I'm still as confused as the main characters. But yeah, so far it's been pretty enjoyable. You know, I tried one other Stephen King book, it was Needful Things, and although I liked the writing, I didn't really like the characters. and yeah, I wasn't intrigued enough to continue, so I DNF'd it. But with this book, I think I have potential to actually finish it, although it's quite long and, you know, very character based so far, so not much has happened yet. I can't say I'm attached to the characters, but I'm interested enough to read more about them, and it's not a very quick read so far, so we'll see. I need to return it soon. I haven't made much progress in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I haven't been prioritizing it this week because the other books are more important to read. They have a deadline or something. In other news, I actually had some social plans this week. Who am I? So on Thursday, we first went to this hipster market with my boyfriend, and we had some mulled wine because it was like 1+1 discount, and everything is pretty expensive there, so the discount just about justified the price for the drink. But yeah, it was really nice. And then I went to pub quiz with some people from college. In case you don't know, I studied Czech language and literature and English for intercultural communication, and so this quiz was focused on mainly on Czech culture and literature, and it was really hard. So we didn't do very well, but it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And today I went to a library sale which was happening like at this warehouse outside of Prague, so it was a little trip, and I got there and like I knew that there wouldn't be many English books, but there were like 10 English books and not very well known either, and they were in horrible condition, so nothing there. And like there were a lot of Czech books, but I didn't find anything interesting either. And yeah, I just thought it would be better. Like I realized that like these are books that the library doesn't want anymore, so like I didn't expect like new releases in brand new condition, but yeah, it was much worse than I expected, so I didn't end up buying anything actually. So, you know, I paid $1 to get there because like the public transport card didn't reach there. But you know, at least I got some fresh air and I got some steps in, so you know, I'm not that sorry. And also I've been wanting to go there for a very long time. I was very curious about that, and yeah, at least now I know that there's nothing really for me. And tomorrow I want to go to this event which is Veggie Christmas, so it's like vegan food and products and I don't know, workshops, speeches, whatever. It sounds like fun. Problem with vegan events or even restaurants for me now is that since I have to eat gluten-free, you know, since like August, sometimes it's hard because I was used to just going to a vegan restaurant and I knew that I could eat basically everything in there, and now it's very limited. But I know that at least there will be gluten-free vegan sausages, so that sounds very nice. time to wrap up this vlog. So in the past week I finished Four Christmases and a Secret by Zara Stoneley and I gave it 3 stars. And also today I finally finished Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo and I ended up absolutely loving this book. So Marie was such a delight to listen to. I really enjoyed hearing about her life and, you know, how she got where she is now and the setbacks and the obstacles she had to overcome, and I just really loved the tone of the book. It was really enjoyable, entertaining. It was not preachy or condescending at all. I thought that she used the perfect balance of tough love but also compassion, and she was motivating the reader to self-love, you know. And it's hard to sum up because she talked about so many things, but the things that really stuck that, you know, I might have heard from her, but this was an expansion on that, or there was some new stuff. So she talked about starting before you're ready, which is very important. Overcoming perfectionist tendencies, because done is better than perfect. How to figure out what you want in the first place, how to take action. And I think that this book is especially perfect for creatives in the widest sense of word, because, you know, I think that almost everyone has these thoughts that like this has been done before, or there are enough of this already, and these people are doing it better than I ever could. And, you know, it's really important to shake off this mindset and realize that, you know, everybody is unique and everybody has something unique that they can bring to the world. So like, if you do something, it doesn't matter that people have already done it, because you will do it in a unique way and you will bring unique aspects to it. And this, I think, is really true and like something that is so important to realize. I don't give 5 stars that often, but I think I will give Everything is Figureoutable 5 stars. So I highly recommend picking this book up. It's very accessible and, you know, as I said, the tone is really kind and not condescending at all. I actually haven't watched Mary TV, which is her YouTube channel, for a very long time, and I really should revisit it because her energy is just so positive, but not like fake positive or like you have to be positive at all times, but it's just very real. Okay, let's move on. So these are the 2 books I finished, and I'm in the middle of 2 books. So I'm still reading The Institute and I'm on page 291. I have to say that I am liking it more and more. It turned more into a thriller, and, you know, it's very well written and it's a page turner. Like, it's kind of a slow read, or it was at the beginning, but at the same time it's so thrilling, and yeah, I'm really into it. I made a little bit more progress in The Goblet of Fire. I'm now on page 232. I just reached the famous scene. "Did you put your name into the Goblet of Fire, Harry?" asked Dumbledore calmly. That scene in the movie is so ridiculous, and it is one of the things I don't like about the later movies, because there are too many things that are different from the books and that are just plain ridiculous, and yeah, this is probably the most famous one. I'm not doing some deep analysis of the books during this round of rereads, but I just keep noticing one thing, and that is how Moody like notices former Death Eaters, and he doesn't have to play his disgust because, you know, it works either way. Like, I'm vague because I don't want to spoil people who haven't read it, but like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that would be all for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you want to see more. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully very soon. Bye!